The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go here on a Thursday night. Cavante Turpin on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. At their own 41-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right check. Here we go. 46. 26.
Dak going to put it up right away. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. Down the sideline, past the 40. He is tough to bring down. A big one there on the ground.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big game, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's Dak to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Right check. 26.
Back to throw is Prescott. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch,
that'll be intercepted. Into space. Inside the 30. He's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Giants. Well, that changes the story quickly. Looked like a very nice opening drive to start. Instead, Greg, it goes back the other way, and the defense scores first.
And, Mike, early on, that's exactly how they drew it up. They wanted to come out and establish themselves with this first drive of the game, and then all of a sudden, disaster strikes. Not only do they turn the ball over, the defense is able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
So, 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 1st and 10.
Yeah! I kill! 27!
The drive will start on the ground. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Kill! Hey, kill! Yeah!
Prescott. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, they got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
Now the rookie out of Purdue, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice catch here by Theo Johnson, the young rookie tight end, and I really like his upside. I think he's kind of a long, rangy guy. He's got a great catch radius, and he can really get vertical downfield. One of only 5 FBS tight ends last year, Mike, with 7+ touchdowns. So I think the Giants have a chance here to develop him and give Daniel Jones another offensive weapon as they look to get this thing back on track.
A big-time play out of the G-men. 37 yards.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set.
One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll go with him again. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants move out on top, 14-0. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And no run back here. It's a touchback, but with the new rule in effect, with the ball bouncing in the landing zone, they'll start this drive at their own 20. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Kill. Hey, 47. 26.
Pistol now for Prescott. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's a run. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Now Milton. He'll complete that to his fullback. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing, Milton. He'll get this out to his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll run on 2nd down. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. A gain there of 17.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Now they'll set up to throw. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
That's to Robinson. He's got it. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Giants. Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And this will be a touchback, but per the new rules, since the ball hit in the landing area, the drive does start at the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's Milton going for it all. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game.
Oh, big hole left side. And he will go all the way. Darius Slayton, touchdown, New York. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants will extend this third quarter lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Now a give on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. On 2nd down, here's Milton. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But, man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
Try and throw with Milton. That's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. They'll go. Here's Milton. He's got his tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll only get down to around the 42. Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. To throw, it's Milton. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. From the gun, here's Milton. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. And that'll be a pickup of 3. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Milton. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. And
to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Dallas. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Cowboys 14.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Marquise Bell up to make the stop. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Let's go now.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
He's got his man. That's Slayton. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down, and here comes fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he will have a Giants first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A carry here for Tracy. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Back to throw. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, New York. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Milton. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Milton.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll go right and find his running back. A gain there of 11. First down, Cowboys.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Here's Ferguson on the tight end screen. He's into the clear again. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
19 Tiger. Here we go, set.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Hawk 70. Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. That's to Bellinger. He's got it downfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, Giants.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. He is in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants. Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants are able to extend the lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Milton. Now he'll air one out. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it.